Okay, so longing to belong. Our two main chords for our verses are the C major 7, which is the second finger on the high string on the second fret, and we're going 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So that's our strum. In between each chord, we're going to do the and on the 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Then we land on our next chord, which is the F, which has the first finger on the first fret on the second string and the second finger on the second fret of the top string up here. And we're going to do the same thing. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. That makes it kind of nice because we can hit the open strings on the and of the 4 in between the change. So for the intro, which we're doing the C major 7 to the F twice, then it leads right into the verse where we're doing the C major 7 to the F 4 times. So essentially we're doing it 6 times in a row. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and C major 7 to F, 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 F. Then we go to the next section where we're playing a D minor. The D minor chord has the first finger on the second string up, the third finger on the second fret on the top, and then the second finger on the second string from the top. So there's our shape. First finger, second finger, third finger. There's our D minor chord. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Then we go to an A7 chord, which is just the first finger on the first fret on the second string from the top. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Then to the F chord. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And then we finish off with the G chord. It's a nice switch because when you're on the F, to get to the G7, you leave your first finger right where it is, you move your second finger down a string, and then you put your third finger on the second fret on the high string. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So again, we had D minor in this section. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and A7, F, G7. Then we go right back to 6 times in a row on the C major 7 to F. And the one thing you'll note is that Eddie, when he hits that G7 in that last line, he just lets it ring. And he sings over it. So in essence, again, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and A7, F, G7, let it ring. Then it comes right back in with the C major 7 and F. And we're doing this 6 times instrumentally. It's the little interlude solo. When that's over, he still stays on the C major 7 to F for 4 more times. So in its entirety, it's 10 times. 6 for the instrumental interlude, 4 more times for the verse, and then we go to a new section where once again we do the D minor chord. This time though, let's, instead of going 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, let's just go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then he switches to a new chord, the G flat, which is a bar here on the first fret, barring the 3 strings. We put our second finger on the second fret on the second string from the bottom, and our third finger comes up top over here. So that's the G flat chord. There's your G flat, and we're only going to do 2 strums on the G flat. So we had 4 strums on the D minor, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we go to the G flat, 1, 2, and then we go to the G7, 3, 4, and then we go right back into 2 times through the C major 7 to F, C major 7 to F. Now we have a D minor. So we go back to our D minor. We're going to go to A7, to F, to G7, to D minor, to A7, F, to G7, third time through, C7 to F, C7 to F. We do this 7 times as the outro. There's the third time. 4, 5, 6, 7. End on the C major 7. And that's the whole tune. So again, primarily the song is C major 7 to the F. The other change is the D minor to the A7 to the F to the G7. And then the one other change in the whole song is the D minor to the G flat, which was the hardest chord in the song. You could also play it like a triangle here and use the pinky, which I think that's a little bit harder. If you bar these 3 strings, pop the second finger there and the third finger up top. We just do 2 of those, and then 2 on the G7, and then right back into chords that we've already used. That's the whole song. Have fun.